Okay guys, when it comes down to crypto gaming, now it would tell you that I had some inside alpha for you because I had an interview with Yat Siu, and if anybody should know about crypto gaming, it's Yat Siu from Animoca Brands. In this interview I did with him, where he gave us these three big catalysts of what's gonna kick off the crypto gaming meta. Well, I think unless we believe that the bull market and altcoin season runs in the next year, which, if you look at traditional 4-year cycle, most people would say, that this bull run, if we have one, if we have alt season, if crypto gaming is going to run, whatever, it's going to be in 2025. That would line up with the previous 4-year cycles. A lot of smart people I've talked to, and then my own opinion included, is likely that we've probably departed from this traditional 4-year cycle that was traditionally led by the Bitcoin halving. That was really the catalyst that reminded folks of the scarcity of Bitcoin. And so even though Bitcoin hasn't really been so scarce up until like the last year, we haven't had aggressive buying, historically in crypto's entire life until aggressive buying, really buying since ETFs. Now we've got other governments and states and the Bitcoin Strategic Reserve, which hasn't started buying yet, but it will. Anyway, the point is that right now I think America, being the largest country in the world economically, hasn't really had its opportunity to kind of get involved. Now it is. And so I think we're gonna have these catalysts. So anyway, back to crypto gaming. I think that if we have altcoin season, certainly crypto gaming is gonna be popular. Why? Well, a couple of the most popular YouTubers like Alex Becker and Alio Trades, they're specifically, they get tons of views when it's in a bull run and alt season, and they're focused predominantly on crypto gaming. Alio's entire company, Superverse, is based on crypto gaming, and Becker is just adamant that's going to be the thing. And I think that Gunzilla is still a big catalyst, even though Yat Siu didn't say it, and even though it didn't have the massive multi-billion-dollar launch everyone expected it to be launching at. I think it's just because we are where we are in the current market. Bitcoin's holding strong, but altcoins are still completely deflated with very little interest, both on the institutional side and retail side, to buy altcoins right now. So I think that once we do have alt season, I think Gunzilla is going to run like crazy. That's going to lead it off. And I think that from what I've heard, there's a lot of other AAA game studios building some quality similar to like Gunzilla or something that haven't been announced yet. I think it's inevitable if we get alt season that gaming's going to run too. It's just a really easy narrative for folks to digest. DeFi, complicated. Layer 2s and 3s, complicated. Yield farming, complicated. These other things, ZK snarks and sync and blah, 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 complicated. Gaming, easy, right? And people want something easy to understand. Meme coins are easy, so people buy them. Gaming's easy, so people buy it. I think it's inevitable, right? Are all game coins gonna run? Are we gonna have an alt season where everything goes historically like we saw in 2017 and 2021? Unfortunately, it's very easy for people to create coins these days. Just click button, on Pump Fund or all these other Pump Fund competitors now, and that starts to occupy attention. And there's only so much liquidity to go around. We will have more liquidity coming into this next bull run. We have more money coming in than ever, more institutional capital flow, more flows from around the world. But again, when you have in an alt season or anytime that memes start running, attention unfortunately is going there now into all these value extracting horrible projects. And so I think there's less liquidity to be spread around, whereas before in 2021, 2017, Lambo, 2017, 2021, there was less to choose from. And people were focused on more fundamentals and quality. Now people like to play the casino. So will they all run? I'm not sure, but I think it's a safe bet right now. I do think the gaming sector will take off, and I think that the stronger blue chips of the gaming world, think of it like the foundational stuff, the Beam, the Immutable X, probably something, even though like they don't have much users, Decentraland and Sandbox, you gotta hope that they're building stuff. Games like Big Time, I know that they're still making some good progress and traction. And so I think, these things probably will kick it off, and then you'll get into some more speculative stuff. But if you're gonna kind of diversify portfolio into Bitcoin, into Solana, ETH, and then you wanna get a little bit across other major narratives, like layer ones, like DeFi, then in gaming, that's kind of where you want to look. The things that have historically proven strong, they'll come back. They'll likely to come back for sure, although the risk reward is much less risky, and maybe those things do 3 to 10x, and then if you were to play the more risky ones, the lower ones that might take off, those are when you have more opportunity for the 20, 50x, maybe even 100x, because everything's so depressed right now.